here at BrightonSEO on a Thursday. Dianta is next to me. And we're talking with Jon Earnshaw. Jonathan? John?
Jonathan at home. You can call me John.
And you will be talking here today?
Yeah, I'm talking, I think, in about 2 hours' time.
Okay.
I'm both super excited and super nervous all together. I just
Everything
can't,
together.
What? I've been putting so much thought into this talk, and I do every year.
Yeah.
I want to tell a story. I want it to resonate.
Yeah.
And I just want to have a good time. And I want the audience to go away thinking, I think about the world differently now.
Yeah.
That's my aim. And
That's your mission.
That's my mission. It makes me work hard, and it also makes me kind of nervous as well.
Yeah.
So I just want to do a really good job.
So what's the backline of the story, the introduction of the talk then?
Yeah, well, it starts out like this. For 25 years, search engines have helped us to do one thing. They've helped us find stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In that instance, that brand is collapsed into specifications, pricing, availability, returns, delivery, options, alternatives, and those new merchant-centered guidelines, the attributes that Google's talking about, everyone's ignored it.
Yeah.
That's going to make your content different, because it turns out difference is everything.
Yeah.
Without difference, you are collapsed. Your content's collapsed with everybody else's, and then you're left out of the conversation. So that's kind of the weeds I want to get into. How you can open citation doorways. How your content has to be so good, so tempting, so deep, so unique, and so original that Google will say, okay, you can have a doorway because you're taking that person somewhere better than the conversation they're in.
Wow, you can explain it very well. I can totally imagine that your talk is going to be amazing to watch.
That's the thing. It's a subject that's close to my heart.
Yeah.
I love this subject.
Yeah.
I've done it for 20 years. And I just have to do this story justice. For me, that's it. It's not about doing a presentation. I just want to make people happy.
Yeah.
Make people smile and go, oh, that's different. That's the mission.
And this was the story all the time, like the last 20 years or the last
I tell you
2
what,
years?
this is interesting.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I was in Dallas.
Yeah.
I was in Dallas, and I stood up on stage and I said, every digital interaction that should be a conversation will become one.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Search is a conversation. It's gone from question and answer to journeys of exploration and discovery, multi-turn.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're up. So I closely followed Google's updates, Mum, BERT, bidirectional encoder representation from transformers, the same transformers in ChatGPT. I saw this coming.
Yeah.
So I started doing exploration and research in voice search 5-6 years ago in collaboration with the University of Hertfordshire, and we proved that Google can not only disambiguate brilliantly, but when people saw the results of more complex, longer queries, they loved it. They clicked more. They went in there and they consumed that content. So Google's really been desperate to keep up with the public that now demand a conversation. And people think search has changed because of AI. It hasn't.
Wow.
Search has changed because we demand a conversation.
It's because of our behavior, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then the voice search was kind of a boom, or but it was actually conversational search.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, my son Charlie, he still thinks I'm the only person in the world that uses voice search. and maybe I am, but it's not about the voice. It's about the input. It's about the content. And Google's Liz Reed was saying only last week that when people go to AI mode, not AI overview, AI mode, they are now starting to define the entire problem. We've gone from last year prompts of 23 words average to around 60.
Yeah.
Around 60. And the question I have for people today is, you can't optimize for that prompt.
Mm-hmm.
Stop obsessing about prompts and start thinking about conversations.
Yeah.
And what is a conversation? Nothing more than a collection of words. And that's the process I've been trying really hard to take people through, to take audiences through. Don't get hung up on these synthetic prompts.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's magic there. If you can define the exact number, nature, and type of prompts that map a conversational space, suddenly you are reporting on presence in conversations.
Yeah.
Then it gets exciting. Right now, there's a little bit of a sticky bit in the middle. People are trying to get their heads around it.
And how does that look for you in the execution? Maybe you can even explain a little bit to our listeners what you normally do or did in the last couple of years.
Yeah. So, I mean, in terms of execution, we've obviously moved away from optimizing pages for keywords.
Yeah.
We can't optimize pages for prompts because a prompt brings back a number of results from multiple pages and videos and all sorts of other things. We can't optimize for that. But what we can start to do is build conversational spaces consisting of appropriate prompts that map the real conversations customers are actually having out there now. So if you're a fashion brand, a luxury fashion brand, you might be thinking about Wimbledon. And as far as Wimbledon's concerned, I would ask the question, what conversations people are having? There are a number of set ones. Wimbledon dress code for the new people. Wimbledon glamour. Oh, what about Wimbledon style? What brands should I be wearing according to where I'm sitting? Those are real conversations. So you build out appropriate prompts to map those spaces, and then any brand can say, okay, how am I doing for Wimbledon? How am I doing for whatever? I can see I'm in that conversation, that one and that. I'm not in that one. There's no brand mention, owned or earned, and there'll be reasons for that. The other thing we have to do is check the relationship between our presence in conversations, and if it's not there, we check our regular organic visibility.
Yeah.
And if we're strong classically, but we're not strong here, that's a visibility paradox.
Yeah.
We need to start to unpick that, and there could be any number of reasons why your authority hasn't transferred. And I was going to say something else. What the heck? Oh, citations. Citations. Did we talk about citations? I don't know. It's on my mind. I've got my talk in my head, but Google wants to keep people in this conversation, and there has to be a very good reason to open that doorway.
Yeah.
And that good reason comes in 3 words, first used by Liz Reed: depth, uniqueness, and originality. And when your content is more original than others, that's literally a key to opening a citation and getting those clicks that you're missing now. So we have to transfer this sort of knowledge and this thought that people have to come to our website to consume our content. No, they don't.
No.
And if you can build the right conversations and monitor your presence in conversations, as well as your citation doorways, as well as listening to what everybody is saying about you, the system believes it to be.
Yeah.
And search engines, agents, robots, machines, call on what you will. They don't just look at our websites at all. These are becoming less and less important. It's really your wider ecosystem and that sentiment and everything connected with it.
So what we did with browsing 10 years ago is actually done in AI mode right now. And when people go to a website, they are in a conversion phase.
And here's the interesting thing. This is going to be super interesting. So business agents are dropping now, like Macy's. Did you hear about that?
No.
Listen to this.
Yes.
Listen.
Stories.
Oh, I'm going to tell. I must remember to tell this one. Earlier this year, Macy's adopted their business agent through Google Merchant Center. They brand it. They give it questions and answers. They give it guardrails. They tell it how to think. They link it to their website through the MCP that everyone's talking about. What's an MCP? It's a model context protocol, a set of rules that allow you to connect securely to a website. The agent went out. And what happened next blew my mind. When customers, not even customers, searchers met the business agent in AI mode, they fell in love. They didn't just double their spend, they didn't treble it. They spent 4.25 times as much.
What?
So it's insane. It turns out that business agents solve the technological problem, or there's a technological solution to a problem you didn't know you had. And that is, how can I get customers to spend 4 times as much before they even come to my website?
Yeah.
So every business will be adopting their agents left, right, and center. What about the personal agents? Your personal agent, what about mine? Well, they're starting to come out already. But it turns out that while business agents are a technological solution, personal agents, we trust search engines to find things. We trust machines to filter. We trust machines to get rid of the spam. But when it comes to deciding for me, spending my money, spending your money, representing your fashion, your taste, your style, telling you what you're going to wear next weekend, that takes time.
Yeah.
That takes trust. And a super interesting thing happens in the gap between business agents and personal agents. Your brands, all brands, will stop being experienced by humans, because we won't see them, because we delegate, and they will start being interpreted by machines. So what we have to do is really dial down those attributes, our entities, and in my talk I'm going to basically go through this stack that I've created. This is all about how to get into conversations, how to grow the mentions, crucially how to open citation doorways, and how to think about search a little differently while we transition from the old world of keywords into the new world of conversations. Something along those lines.
Wow.
Nice. And there's a large gap between my parents' age.
Yeah.
They use ChatGPT for the first time, and people like us using agents, delegate things to agents.
Yeah.
How can you cope with using agents both next to optimized for users on the website then? Because those are two separate things, right?
Yeah. So we're talking about two types of agents. We got personal agents.
Yeah.
That's the slow burn. We've got the business agents. Those are coming out now. The business agents will take care of themselves if they're trained. And if you're in the UK or Europe and you don't have access to your business agent yet, and you won't, build a GPT, train it, give it questions and answers. Imagine it's your salesperson out in AI mode. Link it to the website, and then get everybody to test it, kick it, poke it. Does your website, it'll help you understand the question, does your website have enough content for your agent to do a conversation justice? So that's one thing that you can do. But with what we have to think about is when people start using more personal agents, those personal agents won't have a one-to-one conversation with a business agent, they'll have one-to-many.
Yeah.
So your business agent will immediately start competing with every other business agent. So for me, it really is about it's entities. It's about merchant center attributes, product feed, consistency, and stock availability. These things, and utilizing all those new attributes, and take your top 50 products and make your products the best. Even if you're selling my product and you're selling it and you're selling it, that doesn't matter. Because as soon as I start to use the same content, description, story, style, narrative of another one,
then you're out.
AI will come along and say, oh, you're generic, you're collapsed, no identity, give me someone else. And we see this day in, day out. Those sites, look at running shoes. The brands that win conversations, Nike, Adidas, On, Reebok, all of these. 0 citations. Why? Because your content's rubbish. I shouldn't say that. Your content's generic. It's lazy content. And there's a site out there I don't run. There's a site out there called Run Repeat. Citation, citation, citation. Every conversation, doesn't matter what you're talking about, new to running, old to running, whatever it is. And then I clicked on one of their citations. I left that conversation and I found myself immersed in the most incredible content with graphs, it's interaction. I don't run, but I nearly bought running shoes. That is deep, unique, and original content, and that's what it takes.
But how wonderful is that this development actually it almost pushes you to really create that unique content and to really dive into the heads of your customers, what you actually already needed to do years ago. But we got lazy.
We didn't have the time for it.
We were lazy before. God help us. Now we've got AI. What's that going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think for smaller businesses, this is a real opportunity. And I work with a lot of very big global brands, and their challenge is reacting. And I talk a lot about fast content. And what is fast content? It's first-hand, it's authentic, it's social, and it's trusted. And that's what content has to be. A real short video from somebody interviewing somebody else. What did you think about a product? What did you love? What didn't you like? Go on, tell me the truth. Give me some passion. Give me some authenticity. That video that you can make for €50 will beat $1 million brand video every day.
And how cool is that actually? Because you can see it as a threat, right?
You can see it, exactly. And this thing about fast content, not only is it first-hand, authentic, social and trusted, but smaller business can move fast. They can move quickly. You can identify, as long as you're monitoring presence in conversations that matter, you can then say, I'm not in that one. Inject real content, something with authenticity. Of course, double E is a given. That has to apply. So, it's a more exciting time for search than ever before. Let's face it, blue links were boring. They were long outdated. And I know some in the community still love them. And I should love them because I have a platform that attracts blue links as well as conversations. But we've got to move on. This world is so much better.
Yeah, it's opportunity, right?
Yeah.
To get into the brand room.
For everyone, it's an opportunity. And I say this to new people starting search as well. Now is a time of opportunity to think differently. Because we need to think differently. And what did Google say? Sundar Pichai, last September, he stood up and he said, search is now a paradigm shift. A paradigm shift. He's never said that before. Paradigm shift, industrial revolution, digital revolution. And the thing is, whoever doesn't shift with the paradigm gets left behind.
Yeah.
And I radically approached my work, the way I work SEO, radically changed the research that we do. We use AI where necessary to help us with our processes. But for me, it's really making these machines, and that's all they are, machines, absolutely clear about our entities, and that's through tightening all of those attributes and having consistent messaging across social, across web, and really paying attention to what everybody out there is saying about us, because that's influencing what the agents think about us.
Yeah. And you already gave us and our listeners obviously a lot of tips along the way.
Yeah.
But what would be your advice that maybe not somebody else here in the room would give?
Okay. Let me think. Okay. I'm trying to think of something. I mean, for me, really, it's about switching what we did before. When we used to think about a business, then we think about topics, then we think about keywords, and we group those, and we might group my sentiment. Throw it all away. Just throw that all away. You can still maintain some regular tracking, but for me, it's about, if I approach a new brand, it'll be about asking them, what are the conversations that you wish people were having about you guys? What are the conversations that you want to be in right now? It might be 3 or 4. It might be 5 or 6. And then, if you can, we can speak to the actual customers. I would actually go, in my talk, I talk about barbecues, and I actually went to a barbecue store, and I listened. And all the talk was about accessories, and I really listened. And I stood around there for about an hour. And I came away, and I actually built out a conversational space, confident that I covered it all. So we're using AI to help us build conversational spaces. So don't think about the keywords. Start with the conversation. Do not convert prompts. Do not convert keywords into prompts. It won't work. It just doesn't work. It's blunt, it's horrible, it's nasty. Instead, start with a conversation. Think about the discussions people are having. Really max that out. You can use cosine similarity if you want to crush some of this down and pack it down. But then you end up with a conversational space full of really good, meaningful prompts that are similar to what people might be using. And look at that every single day. Don't panic, don't react, but monitor the ebb and flow and look at your citation acquisition rate as well. And if you're not getting those citations, but you're strong in brand, it's down to depth, uniqueness, and originality. I guarantee it.
Nice.
Guarantee it.
Wow.
Okay, I think we are at the end of this podcast, but we have one last question, maybe a little bit off topic, because it's an old school SEO question. But what is your biggest SEO fuck up in the last 20 years?
That's a good question. Oh, Jesus. Okay, there was one. I used to work with a huge publishing, TV, up in the air.
Media.
Global business. And I had this idea about hot topics. that they needed to own hot topics. It's completely off topic, but it doesn't matter whether. And I'd been inspired. I'd been out and done some work with CNN, and I found that they weren't on page one for Donald Trump back in the day. And here's the reason: they had 1 million pieces of content. They're all conflicted with each other. So we fixed that. And I came back and I said to this business, we've got to have hot topics. The traffic you can drive is amazing. So they spent probably quite a bit of money on building out these massive pages, hot topics. Mm-hmm. It was an abysmal failure.
Oh, really?
Absolute failure. That hands down, hand on heart, that one stands out, but the rest of them have been quite cool. The rest of the stuff.
Nice story.
Yeah. Don't know if I should have said that, but I said it anyway.
All right. Now, thanks a lot, Jonathan.
And my pleasure.
Good luck with the talk today.
Thank you.
Good luck indeed.
That's helped me so much. Just talking to you guys has helped me to get it a little bit about that. So.
That's good. Happy to help.
Thank you. Appreciate you so much.
Thanks.
Take care,
Thank
guys.
you so much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.